I love DPs.
Like double penetration.
Some double penetration.
Double penetration on your own with some solo play.
Hello, and welcome to the Double Penetration Podcast. Here are your hosts, Creep and Steel.
Oh my god! Mr. Chris Steele, are you touching yourself right now?
I'm fucking beating off right now. The fact that you just caught me in mid-jack while I was listening to our theme song means only one thing.
What could it possibly mean?
Well, today here on the Double Penetration Podcast on Demon Seed Radio Networks, we're talking about getting caught masturbating.
Oh shit, what a coincidence!
I know, and here I am thinking I'm just hanging out on Google Hangouts, listening to our theme song, jerking off, and oh no, we're actually recording a program.
Weird.
It's so weird.
Super weird. Maybe you should tweet about it.
Oh, maybe. But I can't. I got a dick in one hand and a microphone in the other. Can't tweet. Doing a program. A show.
Okay, that was supposed to be... That went over your head.
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
all right.
It did. It's been a very, very long week, and I've needed to get this one out for a while.
You stupid.
But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Chris Steele. That's MrKrisSteel. Great. How about you?
You can find me and all my smut and everything else on creepqueen.com. Follow me on Twitter at creepxqueen, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that did go over my head.
Yeah, really bad.
Oh.
It was perfect, too.
Yeah, it was. You set me up good to knock it out of the park, and I whiffed.
You're like, nah.
Oh, literal Chris.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
I
not
just
today.
really got a craving for, like, I don't know. Like, I've been missing Boston.
Uh-oh. I don't know if you froze
Yeah,
on mine.
like an urge that comes over you, like that just happened to me.
Well, an urge came over you, and an urge came over the internet because I did not hear a single thing that you were having a craving for in Boston. I swear. Everything's been fucky this week, man. My internet's been in and out of garbage, and then to good, back to garbage, and to good, and then work's been shit, but you know what hasn't been shit? My masturbatory habits. Those have been pretty good. You always gotta find time to jerk off. You ever get caught?
Yeah, I mean, I do it
Yeah,
for a living. So, like, meh.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, at least you get paid for it.
Yeah.
But I guess
But it's funny, like, I don't, like, in my personal life, I don't get off the same as I do, like, for work.
Right. That makes sense.
Like, I never use a dildo, like, just for my personal self.
No? What do you have? A finger gal?
Never.
Or,
Like, I don't like any penetration when I'm masturbating. Like, just my vibrator.
Oh.
Or, like, my silky, because I'm a silky girl. Like, I always have my silky. Like, a silky will do it, or, like, a vibrator.
What's
It's
a
all
silky?
clit action. Like, I don't come from, like, penetration just, like, if I'm chilling by myself. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. What's a silky? Is that like another vibrator type of thing?
No, it's like if you have a blankie, I have a silky. I've always had a silky my whole life.
Oh, so you rub silk on your cooch.
Yeah, but like I always soak it. Like I always have it. So like always, like when I was in school, I brought it to school every day. Like if I had a purse, it was always in my purse. Like when I go on road trips, it's in my lap. Like I always have my fucking silky. It just also doubles as like fucking an orgasm tool.
Hey, to each their own, you know? Back in the day when I was growing up masturbating, there wasn't all these, fleshlights or, anything really. A guy had his hand and some sweet smut, or his memory and some lotion. But I don't use lotion when I jerk off. I raw dog it.
Ew.
Some old school spit, and then just mean face it the whole time.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. I don't know. I'm gonna throw up.
You ever get caught masturbating by your folks or anyone in particular?
I can't talk about like who caught me doing what where, but I can say that I've been caught with like one of those huge like back massagers. I was really little. I got caught.
Yeah.
I got caught with one of those. I got caught humping the corner of my bed. I've gotten caught having phone sex. I've gotten caught fucking like, I've gotten caught so many fucking times because I was always so fucking horny when I was little. Like always, like I was so horny. Like I didn't lose my virginity till late, but god damn, I humped everything. Like anything I could put my clit on. Like I was fucking dry humping that shit. Like
hell yeah.
Like bad, like really fucking bad. Like I just got caught all the time.
That's funny. Like as a guy, I think guys are more apt to be maybe like cautious. But it seems like you know, when we put the word out that we were doing this subject, I feel like it was all men that wrote in. So I guess
Really?
we're not as cautious.
Wait, for what?
Our
on
topic.
this one?
Yeah, getting caught.
Yeah, which is, I mean, honestly, like, I don't have any girlfriends that have gotten caught masturbating unless it was, like, by their husbands or boyfriends or whatever. But even still, like, no. Like, I'm the only fucking female I know that's been, like, got caught everywhere. Like, I just didn't give a fuck. I was like, I need to rub this one out. Like, let's go. Like, I don't fucking care.
You're like, I'm ready.
Which is really fucking gross, but, like, I don't fucking know. I wouldn't do that shit now.
I mean, I don't
even like to get caught by like somebody I'm dating with my vibrator now. Like I don't like that. Like if you're not a part of it, like stay all the way out of it. You know what I mean? Like I don't like it.
You're sitting in your bedroom vibrating, and then your man
Like
walks in.
it freaks me out.
Hey!
It freaks me out. Like my ex-boyfriend, like I would go to bed early because I had work early, and like I would make sure that he was like playing his Xbox and like so into it before I even turned my vibrator on. And a few times when he would like walk in to like get something, but you know he was really just trying to catch me doing some shit. Like I'd be like,
I'm just
I
sleeping.
wasn't doing anything, like pretending to be asleep and shit. Like
here, I got you these really nice gaming headphones. Wear them.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know why. I just don't like it.
You know, surprisingly enough, like because my wife and I work opposite schedules, and there's been times in the past where she's come home early, and it would just scare me because I wouldn't expect her to be home early.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't want to say I masturbate a lot, but I think what's a healthy amount for masturbation? You know,
I masturbate too much. Like I do, like that. I do, like not for work. Like outside of work, I masturbate too much. Like,
well, frequent masturbation could potentially be good for your health.
Yeah.
Research has found that in men, masturbation to orgasm is associated with enhanced immune system function. Well,
I don't know. I masturbate so much, I make myself sick sometimes. Like dead ass, like sick. Like I feel like I'm gonna throw up sick. Like fucking cannot deal with life. Sick.
Do you need a masturbatory intervention?
I might, like, honestly, like my vibrator, every time my vibrator breaks, I refuse to buy a new one because I don't necessarily need it for work. I can do so many other things. And if I have a vibrator, it consumes my life. Like there are times I literally will not go to the store, won't answer my phone, won't do what I have to do, won't fucking eat, won't fucking drink water, like won't do shit because I cannot stop using my vibrator. Like it's a legitimate problem. Like it's like, I think we've talked about this before, honestly. Like, I know we have, but it's a problem.
Well, we've talked about masturbation. I think, I can't remember. What was our is masturbation cheating. That was our first masturbation topic.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I know I've, like, said all of this before, but it's a problem.
It's all right. It's fun. It's fun, interesting banter, if you will. Plus, people like it. Hearing a chick talking about masturbating. Chicks like that. Our dudes like that. We're a very sexy show. That's truth. In high school, I was voted most likely to have a sexy podcast.
Yeah, right.
I know. When I was in high school, if I would have said I'm going to be a podcaster, and people would be like, what the fuck is that? My 20 years coming up next year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm realizing I'm getting old. I'm on the downward spiral of my life. I'm going to be 37.
Yeah, you're getting old as fuck.
But I still masturbate and try to crank one out at least 4 times a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not that much.
No, whenever my wife is at work, I jack off. Big deal. I'm hoping if when I'm at work, I hope she takes care of the business. It's healthy. I don't like those people like the religious people that try to like shame you, making you think like masturbation's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. But it seems like everything in religion makes everything fun wrong. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not talking about religion, but
no.
let's not get into that. So, I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, when I travel a lot, I can't masturbate, and it's really frustrating. Like this past, so I usually travel 6 months a year, and then 6 months I'm home. That's just like how the fuck my life. And so like the 6 months I wasn't home, 4 of those months I couldn't masturbate like at all. Like it was fucking shit. I really didn't even work that much because it was like something happening, like a lot of shit I can't get into. But yeah, like I could not get off for 4 months. Like it was fucking bullshit.
So
like,
you didn't
it sucked.
You didn't even have sex with a partner then.
Huh?
You weren't even having sex with a partner then. You just nothing.
No, I was traveling. Like
that
I was on the road.
4 months. The longest I went without jerking off was I think like 13 days, and then I was like, I gotta get this out of me.
Yeah, no, I can't because I can't masturbate at other people's houses. Like I was staying at one of my friend's houses who has a bunch of kids, and I was like downstairs on the couch. Like, I can't masturbate. Like who knows when the fuck the kids are gonna wake up? Like that's just like raw. That's disgusting. You know what I mean? Like it's not my kids. Like they're not. Like that's fucking gross. And just I was in a lot of situations where I just like could not masturbate.
Yeah. I don't like I've never had a roommate other than like a girlfriend. I've never lived with like any of my bros or like any pals or any dudes for that matter. Like I've stayed at friends' houses, but it was always like because I needed a place to crash because I was drunk and we were drinking at the bar and they didn't want me driving home. So I mean, we already drove to their house, might as well sleep on their couch. But I've never I've never had I got blown in a buddy's hot tub. So
that's different.
Yeah.
I've definitely done shit like that.
But he asked me if anything happened, and I lied to him and told him no.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I didn't want him to feel like he had to clean his hot tub. The chemicals will take care of anything that was ill-putting or off-putting or what have you. So, I think one time my dad knew I was masturbating in the bathroom because I was laying on the like when I first started jerking off, I like to lay on the floor, and for whatever reason, the cold tile floor in the bathroom was kind of refreshing. So I was laying on the floor with my head to the door, and then I hear footsteps, so I stopped, and I was real quiet, and then I heard, what are you doing in there? It's my dad. I was like, I'm pooping. He's like... He goes, well, why do you sound so close to the door? Well, I was like, I don't know. All right, hurry up.
No idea.
Yeah, so I hurried up and was like, damn, now it doesn't even smell like poop in here, and I don't have one in the chamber to cover my masturbatory fun. So
that's funny.
Yeah,
so throwing your voice. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm learning how to throw my voice.
Like... That's funny.
Can people really do that? Like throw
it?
Really? Wow, that's cool. I mean, maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it has to do with like the room size or some shit. But you want to hear some sexy stories from our friends? Whoops.
Always.
Hey, Mal. Hey, Mal. Hey, Mal.
And like I said, I'm pretty shocked that none of these are girls. I figured one gal would have wrote in, but...
There's girls that wrote in.
There are? Oh.
Yeah, just not about themselves.
Oh. All right, well, you want me to take the first one, or do you want to take it?
Go ahead.
I never really got caught masturbating, but I got caught one time making out with one of my exes while she was topless by her Marine father. Almost got caught having anal sex with one of my exes by my father. Well, that's not really masturbating, friend, but I guess you wanted to brag.
I mean, he said I never got caught masturbating. He started it with that, so...
Yeah, he just wanted to be a braggart, I wonder if that Marine father, kicked in his teeth. Like, what are you doing with my daughter?
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry,
I just hit my toe.
the tale of the broken toe.
Sorry. I got caught by my mom when I was 13 with my shorts around my ankles and rollerblades on. Masturbating with rollerblades on is like, that's like A plus masturbation. I would die. Like, I can't even walk.
I can't even rollerblade. I can't ice skate. I can roller skate because there's 4 wheels on each side like a car. So, I mean, I'm all right.
Yeah.
But I can't stop. I don't know. I can't. The whole putting my foot forward to stop just feels unnatural. So when I was a kid roller skating, I always just, coasted. I was watching Yushi. Is that some like Japanese animation, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
When I was 10 and my mom walked... Wow, you were 10. Holy smokes. And my mom walked in while I was talking on the phone. She saw my cock, then just walked right back out of the room.
I hate when people use the word cock and referring to like something that happened with their family or like that disgusts me. Like that is like so nasty to me. Like I don't know why. Like I really don't know why, but that's just like No, I like my mom saw my cock. I hear it like that instead of like, oh, my mom saw my cock. Like I just feel like you don't say that. Like you just don't use the word cock unless you're being vulgar, and you shouldn't be vulgar about your mom. Like I don't know. That's just
like I would if he would have said dick, would have that been more acceptable?
That's different. Yeah, like she saw my dick because like, and that's just me. Like that's just
Dick's
a personal me thing. Because like I don't hear cock unless it's like like nobody in real life says cock. Like no, I'm never with a guy that's like, do you want to suck my cock? Like that's just like that's like a porn thing, you know what I mean? Like that's just not really like let me like
I'm guilty of saying that.
Like that's just like people don't really say that, like or people have never really like said that just like that. Like that's just like I love the word cock. It's just more vulgar than saying like dick. Like to me that's just like a next level that you shouldn't use in the same sentence with your mom saw it. Like that's
I would say dick is kind of like a clinical term at this point, kind of like penis.
Dick is like fine, like because dick. I mean, and again, like maybe it's just like a society thing, which I try to like stay away from society like generalizations and shit like that. You know what I mean? But like, dick is just like fine because you say like, oh, you're a dick, like you're a dick, like I'm a dick. You know what I mean? Like that word's just like whatever. Like it doesn't really like. Like, even if you said penis, like, my mom saw my penis.
Penis
like,
is acceptable.
My mom saw my meat stick. Like, that's still better than cock.
Meat.
Like, that, you know what I mean? Like, my mom saw my fucking, like, that's still better than cock.
I don't think meat stick's better than cock. I think meat stick and cock are neck and neck.
My mom saw my meat stick. Like, that's funny. Like, that's funny as fuck.
I mean, it's a funny word, but when you associate it with your mom...
Gross me out. No, that one doesn't gross me out.
I don't know. It kind of grosses me out a little bit more than cock when I think about it.
Like, it's so funny. Like, it's just, maybe it's just a personal thing. I don't know. You guys tell us, like, does that gross you out or not? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think cock is a little... You're right. It's pretty offensive when you're talking about your mom. Now, what if you would have said...
I don't know. That's just so weird to me.
But what if you said dad?
Yeah, like that. You should never use it. Like, you should never use cock referring to anybody like that. Like, we had a story. Do you remember that one story that one time that was like, oh, my sister saw me like with my cock, and I was like, that's disgusting.
Oh, no. It was that dude talking about how he was banging he walked in on his brother banging his girlfriend. He saw his big cock or something like that.
Yeah, like that just makes it like you want it, like, which is fine. But like, I don't know, like,
yeah, I think
you like what you like, and I don't judge anybody for shit. Like, if you want to fuck your mother, like that has nothing to do with me. Like, does not affect me. Like, if that's what you feel you need to do, then fuck your mother. Like, I don't know, but like, there's just some things I don't want a visual of sometimes. Like, that's just, I don't know.
And especially because he was 10.
You, but sorry.
Using that kind of language when you're 10. Come on.
Oh, God. When I was in the Marines, I was Skyping with a girl, and I was jacking off while she was playing with herself. Yeah. My roommate came in and caught me and ran out screaming through the halls that I was beaten off.
Hell yeah. That's what you got to do.
Like, that is so funny to me. I think
that's what you would do in the Marines. I think I think if you were in like a fraternity, like anything with like a bunch of dudes, how they, that's a dude. Yeah. Like that's funny to me. Like, fucking Ricky was beating off.
Fucking Ricky.
I don't know. Who else should I say? Bobby?
Fucking Ricky. No, that's funny.
Ricky's beating off. That just sounds good. Sounds hilarious. Ricky's a good name. Creep's taking pictures. Look at her go. I like being a fly on the wall sometimes.
Do it up.
Do it up. I was watching some porn in my back room where the computer was like 5 years ago, and I was jacking off, and I thought I had time to get one off before anyone came home. Sure enough, my sister came through the door, and I had to cover up quick as my porn was still loud and clear on the computer. Very embarrassing. That would suck.
It's funny because I've read a few of these stories where it's like there's another story that like it kind of seems like it would be the perspective from the other side, and I just wonder if it is ever like that. Like it's probably not, but
right.
It just makes me laugh to think about.
One time, my brother almost caught me jerking off. Our family computer was in the basement, and I was looking at porn. And I could hear him getting ready for work, and I was like, I really just want to jerk off. So I was jerking off, and I could hear him, and then I was getting ready to come, and I was gonna shoot my load into a Coca-Cola can, and I could hear him coming down the stairs. So I'm hurrying it up, trying to like really come quick. And I got done and got my zipper up and clicked off the computer, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "Oh, I was going for work. I wanted to check my email real quick." I'm all right. She's all yours.
Ew. I don't know. When I hear you talk about that, I just like it's like you're my brother and I want to throw up. Would you probably feel the same when I'm like, oh yeah, beating my pussy?
No, it's more funny because
I'm like, ugh.
I mean,
like if you referred to your dick as your cock, like talking to me, I would probably literally vomit. Like,
you know what? You're fucked now because that's all I'm like. But I never talked to you about my dick, or I'm sorry, I never talked to you about my cock anyway. So I never talked to you about it. I never go, oh man, I was jerking my cock. Too funny.
Whoa! Growing up, I had a very close-knit group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
We spent almost every day outside of class over one of the group members' houses.
Yeah.
I was very much like Weasley's home in the Harry Potter novels. One day, I thought you were going to put in a yeah. One day, I was the only one there other than my friend's mother. She was cleaning the house while wearing headphones for music. Unsuspecting, I was up to no good browsing Tumblr in the MILF tag while in the restroom. Somehow, she did not notice me as it was a larger bathroom. She continued to enter the restroom and began undressing. She was only wearing tight-fitting sweats, a sweater, and a loose-fitting tank top. She had long red hair, smooth skin, and a freckled face. A very healthy woman who showed no signs of aging for being 47 at the time.
That's a hot story.
I was shocked and stunned, but aroused in the moment. I felt like I should have said something, but what would have happened if I startled her?
Probably could have got blown.
There we go. Do you think so?
Maybe.
Ow.
I mean,
I don't, like, there's just some stories I don't believe.
yeah.
I would notice if there was somebody in my bathroom. I don't give a fuck how big that bathroom is. I would be like, wow, there's somebody standing there.
But what if, well, that is true.
I mean, I might still keep undressing and act like I don't know, but I would know. You don't just not know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but he also, I mean, was he beating off her at the time? Was he watching her doing it? I mean,
well,
I'm assuming he was because, you know, I mean, I don't know. Unless you're in the bathroom pooping.
well, he was browsing the MILF tag on Tumblr, so he was definitely jerking
Oh,
off.
yeah. Yep, he was.
Yep. See, like, that's an appropriate story to use the word cock.
That's an appropriate one?
Yeah, like, I was
Because-
beating my cock when my friend's mother walked in. Like, that's different. That's your friend's mother.
She sounded hot. I like the, you know, the smooth
Yeah, that was
skin.
very descriptive.
Yeah, so maybe it was real, or just like his fantasy.
Yeah, that's hot, though. I mean, it is a hot story.
Yeah, maybe it was just a fantasy because it's pretty descriptive and, you know.
It's pretty descriptive.
Obviously, she was a MILF. That was his thing because he's browsing it. She's 47.
Yeah, that's a pretty great story. I don't know. It's hot.
I think I'm gonna believe it, but I think he should have. I think he should have been like, "What do you think of this?" That's what I would have done. Probably not. I'd have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
Sorry. No. Has nothing to do with this. Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
Which
I
time?
had like this thought.
Huh?
Oh, continue.
Oh, which time? One time was by my mom. I just got home from practice. No one was at the house, so I decided to rub one out. I even put a knife in my door, like 5 minutes into my mom busting into my room, telling me to come get groceries out of the car. I don't understand what putting a knife in the door means.
Like it stops it, probably.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've never done that, but I could see like that probably means that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what that means.
Yep.
Putting a
Behind my
knife-
roommate's wife while he was asleep.
That's creepy. So you were... So
well, I mean, like, I just want to know, like, who he got caught by. Like, what the fuck? Like, did he mean while she was asleep and he got caught by his roommate? Did he get caught by his roommate's wife? Like, I don't understand any more details to this story.
All
like,
right,
what the fuck?
let's break it down real quick.
Ow.
He says, behind my roommate's wife while he was asleep. So I think he was masturbating while watching his roommate sleep. That's what I'm gathering.
I don't know.
Unless, he was behind his roommate's wife and then he was sleeping. But how did you get caught?
That's what I just said. Like, what?
I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe she caught him while he was jerking off to his roommate. And she caught him.
Maybe.
The only time I've got caught masturbating is when I failed at a danger wank. That was terrible. Came with them watching.
I've done that before.
What's a danger wank?
A danger wank is when you like wank it in a dangerous situation. Like it has to be relative to like your mother, like somebody in your family, something like that. I think it's also like a priest, like dumb shit like that. It's just when like it's dangerous to be wanking.
Oh, I got you. So like there was those chicks that for a little bit were cam girls were filming themselves doing it in like libraries and stuff like that. Like that would be considered like a danger wank because it's like a public place and you can get caught.
I have no idea what you said.
Oh, I'm robot.
Try again.
Because my internet sucks. I said so like
no, you're good right now.
So like like it would be considered like when those cam girls were doing it in like college like libraries and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like it's less of a danger wank if it's like public because a lot of people do that. Like it's not really like it's dangerous, not really like dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
So like if you were at like a family gathering or something,
like if you're sitting in the middle of a police station, that's probably considered a danger wank. Like,
hell yeah!
If your mom's on the computer and you're sitting right behind her on the couch wanking it, like that's a danger wank. Like.
So what like if you're having like a family get together and you're jerking off on the bed where all the coats are at.
Yeah, danger wank.
Cool. I never heard of this.
Probably even
term.
if you're like, what if you're at like the Thanksgiving table, like jerking off underneath the table while everybody's sitting there? Like that's probably a danger wank.
That's probably ballsy.
I feel like I've done that shit like that before though.
Yeah,
like I didn't know that's what it was called, but I've done shit like that. Like
I think it's a little bit easier for a gal to masturbate.
Yeah, but I mean, I always got caught, so is it? You know what I mean? Like,
well, when you're fucking beating that thing up like you do.
like, is it really?
Good times. Wake up, little snoozy. Smell the smelling salts.
In college and came home from class to find my apartment empty. So I sat down at the computer to check out some porn and decided to rub one out. I am moments away from my nut when I realize my roommate's extremely hot girlfriend is peeking around the corner, watching me.
Yeah.
I jump up, trying to get my junk back in my pants, tripping over the lampstand, breaking the lamp, and almost breaking my neck. Sounds like my toe. She rushes in to stop me, and I realize her hand is soaked. She was watching me fingering herself.
That's hot.
That's hot, but I don't believe y'all.
Yeah, that is such like a... It's a hot story, but it's so far-fetched. Like, I bet you that's his fantasy. To have his roommate's extremely hot girlfriend catching him.
Like, that's hot though. I mean, it could be true. It could
could
be
be.
true. I mean, it's hot either way.
It is 2018. It's a different
I like
era.
watching people masturbate if they don't know. But not just like anybody. Like if I'm with somebody, I like to like see them masturbating. You know what I mean? Like only if they don't think I'm there though.
Oh, so they
When
don't.
they think you're there, they start, you know what I mean? It's different. Like I like to catch them off guard because people get so into that shit. It's like, ow, fuck.
It's like, ow, fuck.
It's like really funny, but like also hot. You know what I mean?
No, I get that. Makes sense. My aunt caught me when I was 13 years old watching the Travel Channel waiting for a thong slip.
They really do. Like that shit is porn half the time. You ever watch the Travel Channel?
That's all I watch.
Ugh.
But lately, all it is
corn
Ghost
as
Adventures and fucking Mysteries at the Museum.
But you know when they do like water parks and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and they give the girls the camera, but they're like sitting right on their fucking titties, like, and they're like it's like so obviously like guys, like come on, like.
I remember, I think it was like top 10 water slides or some shit like that. And there's
Yes.
this girl with just enormous jugs, huge jugs. And they had her slide down the slide and like she stands up at the end of the slide and full on camel toe, like nipples harder than
Yes,
fucking diamonds. And I remember, and this was a couple of years ago, just thinking, God damn, Travel Channel is brilliant for doing this.
Bro, like they get so like it is so much sometimes. Like sometimes it does make me a little uncomfortable. I'm like it's a little too much sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. Sorry, I thought I heard something. I was having a creep
Oh
moment.
no, you're good.
Where I think something's around.
Around. That's good.
I don't like
I
being
got
startled.
you. When I was 14, I had just discovered jerking off. I was trying to jerk off in the bathroom, and my 19-year-old sister walked in and screamed, "Ah! Sick!"
That's definitely a sister reaction.
Yeah, like that makes sense to me. Like that's a good one. Like
That'd be like if, like, you know,
what?
that'd be like if, like, next year when my wife and I are down in Florida on vacation,
Don't say
and
it.
you are like, you come hang out with us, and you're
No,
like, oh, we're gonna go to the
don't say
beach,
it.
and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stay up in the room and make some mixed drinks, and then I'm in there jerking my cock off, and then you you walk in and scream that, sick.
Oh God, it gives me like the heebie-jeebies. It's like, woo.
That's what makes it funny because I
All
never had a
right.
sister. I mean, I got a sister-in-law, but I don't think I would ever talk to her about jerking off.
Well, good. Think that about me too.
Well, it's different because we do a podcast about sex.
I know it's really difficult.
I'm just gonna start sending you like, I'm gonna go on Reddit.
I'll block you on everything.
I'm gonna go on Reddit and just find random dick pics and just send you dick pics. Send you some black dicks.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but
As
no,
long as I know it's not yours, like that's fine. Like
Well, I
I'm
know, I
used
would-
to that shit. Like
I would never really send you my dick, but it'd just be funny to have you all of a sudden open up a text that says Chris Steele and it's a picture of the dick. This isn't getting a caught jerking off story, but I guess it kind of is. When I was 16, I liked seeing how far I could shoot my loads across the room. One day I
is this
decided...
you? Did you write this? I feel like you wrote this.
This came from a buddy of mine who told me to... He's told me the story, and it was a funny story. He doesn't like to write in, so he's given me carte blanche to kind of tell the story in my words. But they're his words because I've heard this story so many times.
No, I know. It was a joke.
I know. But one day I decided to jerk off and shoot my load clear across the room, about 8 feet. I was amazed. I cleaned what little jizz was left on my dick with a tissue, put my dick away. Literally 5 seconds, my mom walked in, stepped in my cum. She says, "Sick, did you spit on the floor?" I told her I was sneezing a lot before you walked in. That's probably from that. To this day, my mom doesn't know she walked in my cum. And you know who you are out there.
You know who you are.
You would know
there.
exactly who you are, and you got what you wanted.
I'm dead.
I'm gonna
I have to
send this
ask
to
my
your
friend
mom.
real quick if I can share a story. I just remembered.
Should I pantomime?
Huh?
Should I kind of, take the stick and roll with it while you text your friend?
I'm already done now.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
Right. Whatever.
That was weird. Now you're just awkwardly silent.
I know. I like doing that sometimes.
Oh, well, that's fucking rude. So.
Well, I didn't want to read the next story.
You don't have to. You were literally talking and then you just shut up. Like, you were literally telling a story.
I know, and I shut up.
So what are you talking about? That makes no sense.
I don't know. I was just going to say, I wasn't going to tell a story. I was just going to, talk about randomness.
What? No. Before that. God damn. People, do you see how, we don't understand sometimes?
Listen.
I am so confused. I also haven't had enough coffee today, so I was 13 and it was in the summer. It was an odd time in my life because I just started beating off before I had to go to summer camp. Long story short, another kid in my bunk caught me jerking off, told the counselor, and called my dad. I got sent home the next day and wasn't allowed back at camp.
Mwah, mwah.
The consoler.
I've never been to a summer camp. So I don't know what it's like. Would they really kick you out for that?
That's crazy.
I mean, I imagine they would probably send you home, but I don't know. What's an age limit for summer camp? 14? Like when?
I don't know.
Like the only summer camp that I know is Salute Your Shorts on Nickelodeon from back in the 90s.
Yeah, I like that show.
Dun, 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 dun. We run, we jump, we swim and play, we row and go on trips. I don't remember anymore.
Do you remember the characters?
See, there was Donkey Lips, Sponge, Budnick, Michael. Did I say Ugg?
No.
Ugg. I can't remember the girls' names.
Really?
Yeah, there was the one really hot girl with the long, dark hair. But I can't think of her name. And then there was the smart girl and the athletic girl. But I can't remember their names.
I just started watching that show again a couple years ago.
On not Netflix, but like YouTube or something.
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 It was something. What was the other one too?
Hey Dude.
Hey Dude!
I love
That's
Hey Dude.
what it was. I think that's what it was. Let me see.
Hey
Because I
Dude.
love that show. We just started rewatching that show too a couple years ago, and I was like, my heart. I love that show. I would watch that right now.
Hey Dude is about
that
the
it?
Bar
Is
None
that
Ranch.
Yep. Fucking love Hey Dude. Fucking love it. I'm gonna start watching it again tonight when I get home after I work and shit.
I got the entire series on DVD. Fucking
So
Ted still
amazing.
rules.
I had them digitally.
Melody's
I don't
hot.
know.
Brad was pretty sexy too. And Brad was a girl, so guys, don't you sit there and judge me. And even if I was thinking Brad was sexy and he was a guy, whose business it is of yours anyways? It's 2018. I'm allowed to like men and think they're sexy, but I'm not attracted to men.
Brad.
But I can appreciate that. Hey Dude was a good show.
Hey Dude was so good. I fucking love Hey Dude.
Hey Dude.
I fucking love Hey Dude. So much. All time, that. Clarissa.
Clarissa Explains It All?
The Teenage Witch.
Oh yeah, Sabrina. She was the shit.
Those are like my top shits. Like those are like nothing can beat those like at all, like ever. I Love New York was just on TV last night.
That's the reality
I watched
show?
that until like 5 o'clock this morning. Like no shit. Like I fucking forgot how much I love that show.
I never watched it.
Oh my god, you have to watch it. It's so fucking funny. Ugh.
Nah.
And I have another story after the last story, but you're reading the next one, and then I'll just tell it. It's not written down, but I'll tell it like after that. I'm just letting you know, so you're not like, oh, that's it.
That's it. No more stories
That's
after.
it.
No more stories after this, because it's not in our goddamn document. That's why I had to write that story down from my buddy. My friend and I walked in on my brother masturbating at his computer. He was rotating an anime character with his mouse. We ran out of the room. I would.
I would. You would what? Run out of the room or rotate an anime character with your mouse?
I'd run in there and help him.
Oh my god! Would you help him while he touched his cock?
Ew! Don't you say that?
Don't you say that?
That's disgusting.
Oh god! Did you ever walk in on your brother touching his cock?
Ugh.
See, like it does things. Like
No, I did not.
No, I did not.
No, but I heard him banging his girlfriend, now wife.
Really? How was that?
20 seconds of hilarity.
Shut up.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that was quick.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a bit of an asshole for telling that story, but fuck you, guy. That's what I said.
Fuck you. It's totally fine.
Yeah, you know.
I won't tell if you don't tell.
Yeah. I'm not friends with my brother on any social media, so. Does that make me a bad person?
Nope.
Good.
Not at all. Ew, I just found a toothbrush.
He just found a toothbrush.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Ow. Okay, so the story.
Ew.
I'll tell it in her perspective.
Okay.
I met this guy online, and we finally decided to hang out after a long time because I just wasn't sure if I was ready. So I go to this guy's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on the dining room table, there's like a puddle. I took a picture of this puddle and sent it to everybody I know and asked them if it was cum. Like, I've never seen cum before. I wasn't sure. Ow, fuck. Ow, my toe. Fuck. Ow, I'm sorry. Ow.
Is that a part of the story?
What?
Your toe?
Fuck you. Like, obviously, no, bitch.
Oh.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Jesus is right.
Why you gotta be such a cockbuster?
Oh, so I sent this picture to everybody I knew, and they all said it was cum except one person who said maybe not. So I asked him, I said, oh, why did you spill milk on the table? And he said, oh, yeah, I spilled milk on the table. And I said, why didn't you clean it up? And he was like, oh, well, like I got busy and like I wasn't sure. And like I never cleaned it up. I haven't cleaned it up yet. Like blah, 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 blah. And I was so disgusted. I ran out of his house and I have not talked to him since.
Yeah. I've been known to let a few loads get away from me and not know exactly where they've ended up.
I forgot to mention that she also said that when she first got to his house and like rang the doorbell or knocked on the door or whatever, it took him a while to answer the door. And you could hear, she said you could hear him being like, fuck. And like rumbling around and then like came to the door like exasperated.
Well, as any smart man would do before he goes out with a gal, and if he thinks he might get lucky at night, he's trying to get one out so he can last a little bit longer. Prove that he's a real man.
I don't like any man that lasts longer. I don't like that. I do not like that. No.
So what if a guy's blowing his load 20 seconds in? 10, 15.
If you got a good enough dick, I've come by then. I don't give a fuck.
Oh. You hear that, fellas? Creep Queen don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I like that. Like, the shorter the sex, the better. Like, I'm good. Like, I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we've learned
I
this.
don't like long sex. I don't. I do not like it, like, at all.
Well, you know.
Even, like, 25 minutes is, like, too much.
Like 25 minutes, like, all together, including foreplay and all that other nonsense? Or, like, just 25 minutes of straight-up penetration?
Just, yeah, like, that's just too much. I was actually having this conversation with somebody the other day, and they were talking about something about, like, foreplay, like, somebody that has a bad dick and, like, how you should do foreplay. And I was like, no, like,
Has a bad dick.
yeah.
Like, small or...
It's just not good.
Oh. Like, dirty?
Like, it's just, no, like, it just couldn't make you come.
Oh.
Ever. Like, ever.
I
mean, I don't know, but... So, yeah, and I was like, no, like, I hate foreplay. I wonder if everybody can hear me. I moved rooms so, like, nobody would hear me, and now I feel like people can still fucking hear me yelling.
You gotta get some egg crates.
No, like, if it's a random person, like, which I don't do this anymore, but if I'm fucking a random person, like, I don't want no foreplay, like, don't touch me, like, let's go, just put your dick in me, we'll have sex, like, that's it, you know what I mean? Like, don't fucking, no, like, it ain't even like that, like.
Ain't even like that.
I mean, I don't do that anymore, but back in the day, yeah, I didn't give a fuck, like, no, don't try to woo me, like, I'm probably already wet, just put it in there, like, let's go, like, we're good, see you never, like, whatever.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
It's a different time, I tell you. Different time.
Yeah.
Well, that's all of our masturbation stories. Huh, for whatever reason, FaceTime was open.
Huh?
I said, for whatever reason, my FaceTime was open.
Were you FaceTiming anybody? It would be really funny if you were FaceTiming your brothers.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if my brother has an
like,
iPhone.
I'm not even friends with him.
Yeah. What'd you say about me? Kick your ass.
Would you say that getting caught masturbating, like, porn, video, whatever, do you think that would be classified as, like, voyeurism? Or how do you think that would be classified?
Well, it depends. If you're purposely kind of trying to set out to get caught, then yeah, I guess that would fall under voyeurism because you like being watched. Or is voyeurism you watching? No, I think if you're watching somebody masturbate, that's more of like peeping Tom.
That's voyeurism.
Oh, well, all right. Yeah, I guess so.
Huh?
I guess it's voyeurism, watching somebody or getting caught.
Like, you would classify that?
I think so.
Like, I would, like, if I had to select categories, if I put up a video like that, like, I would probably categorize it as that. But I was just asking what you thought. Like, Jesus Christ.
Calm down.
That was it. It was no biggie.
Well.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
What?
Okay, what would you do if you got caught masturbating by a police officer?
Well, I would be very disappointed in myself.
You would?
Hell yeah. Don't they put that shit in the paper?
Okay, I'm reading this thing and it says, don't be ashamed. It's literally the first one. It says, don't be ashamed.
Getting caught by masturbating by a police officer is not good because depending on how cool the cop is, you could get in some deep shit.
Yeah, you can.
Because they would consider that not necessarily a sex crime, but it would end you up on like the sex registry list, I think. Because I know that pissing in public, it can put you there too.
Yeah, it can.
Which is stupid. Because you have to register as a sex offender, and I think if you're pissing in public and you're not like doing it just to have somebody purposely catch you, but if it's like the middle of the night and you're like, oh, I gotta go take a piss, and you're pissing behind the church in a parking lot, like I've done many times.
Yeah, I've done that too.
You know, I don't want to end up on a sex registry list because I fucking couldn't hold my bladder.
I know somebody that was happening too.
they got caught pissing and they were gonna have to get put on that list.
Yeah.
That's such bullshit.
And then you know how you have to like call everybody like in your neighborhood or within like 200 feet or whatever the fuck it is from your house, and like have to move if you're like close to a school, shit like that.
That would suck. They need to they need to fix some of the they need to fix a lot of laws, but I mean,
it's so ridiculous. I mean, I don't know whatever happened. Like, I don't know whatever happened, but I know that was like a thing.
I remember, like, I think, did you guys have Dare?
Yeah, I think everybody has Dare.
Yeah, I
want a Dare shirt.
I had one.
If anybody comes across one, send me one. Sorry. Okay, continue.
Where could they send you one at?
You can send me one at Creep Queen, P.O. Box 191, Moore, South Carolina, 29369.
Wow, look at that. I should have a P.O. box so people can send me cool stuff, but I don't need one. I don't need one. Nah, because then I would have one, and then I would be paying for a P.O. box, and I would legit probably never get anything. In order to make use of it, I would probably just have my Amazon packages sent to my P.O. box. If they can do that. But then I still have to leave the house to go pick it up. I have an Amazon locker near me.
Huh?
I have an Amazon locker near me.
Do you?
Yeah, and certain things if I order certain things at a certain time of day, I can get it same day delivery to that locker.
Yeah, it's
that's
pretty
fucking
cool.
awesome.
Do you have the food thing too?
I don't. You know what? I don't know. The last time I checked to see if we had Amazon Fresh, we didn't have it. But that was probably a year ago. But there was another service that was similar to Amazon Fresh, but I can't remember what the name was. But they weren't in my area either, so I'm probably assuming Amazon Fresh might not be. But fuck, Amazon's everywhere. If we got lockers, I can imagine Fresh would be around.
That's so weird. Have you ever done like HelloFresh or any of those other food, like weekly food things?
I've done Blue Apron.
Did you like it?
I liked it, but some of the food is a little bizarre because it's not something I'm used to eating. I like it because they're getting you to try new things. But like some of the stuff I'm like, because you can like decide if you want to skip a week or not. And when you look at the menu, I'm like, nah, none of that really stands out. I've heard HelloFresh is better.
I did HelloFresh and it was like, yeah, I did HelloFresh and I didn't love it. It's just not enough food for me. Like, it
seems like small portions are really portion controlled.
Yeah, like, I mean, but it's just like, meh, like, I don't know, meh. I
mean, I got a free box. That's our free week, so that's why I got Blue Apron.
Same. I got some ridiculous deal like that. That's why I signed up too.
Yeah, so then like now I got to set a reminder to cancel or skip Blue Apron every 3 weeks so I don't forget and then accidentally end up getting charged $60 and come Friday here's some fucking food at my door that I really didn't want.
Oh, you didn't cancel yours?
Well, I mean, I keep it open just to see if there's ever anything that sounds interesting, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll get that. But every time
if you cancel, they'll send you another deal. Like, I canceled with HelloFresh, and I just got a new deal that's like, get fucking 5 boxes.
Really?
It's free. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Well, then.
Because they ended up, too, like, I mean, I canceled, and then they charged me again, and I was fucking rip shit mad. Like, I was so fucking mad. They never did anything about it but refund me, which also kind of made me mad, but whatever. But yeah, this was like months and months ago, and I just got like a fucking 5 or 6 or something, like box free like code thing.
That's cool. I'll have to do that. Like, see you later, Blue Apron.
I mean, I don't know how Blue Apron is like that, but most places usually do that. Like, if you're gone, they'll like try to get you to come back, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Back in the day when I used to pay for internet porn.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
Well, you know, when I would be a member to sites and stuff like that, and I'd be like, I'm going to cancel my membership, they would always send me, get our site and 25 of our sister sites. And I'm thinking, well, I don't got this much time to look at porn. That's all right, I'll stay signed up for a little bit.
It pisses me off when people do that, because, like, why couldn't you have done that before? Like, why couldn't you have done something when I was a loyal customer for 10 fucking years? You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. That shit, I don't know why, it just really pisses me off. Is that weird?
No.
Like, I hate when it's like new customer special. Like, I've been wasting 10 years of my life with you, bitch. Like, you can't do shit for me. Like, fuck you. Like, not even $1 off. Like, fuck you.
Well, this
shit enrages me.
Well, I mean, nowadays you can bitch on the internet and get a lot of things taken care of as far as like freebies and stuff like that. So
Yeah. I don't do that. I've never done that.
bitch and complain on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, I love doing that.
Just kidding. It's like my job to do
I
that.
love complaining. If I can complain
I've never
and get something
like
free,
gotten
fuck
anything free for complaining about something.
yeah. I went to a restaurant and it was just like it was a pricier restaurant, but we had such a shit experience, and like our waitress was trying to be funny and she just was just kind of, it came off more insulting than funny. And I mean, I feel like I kind of got a good gauge on, comedy and being funny, and I just kind of felt like she was being insulting, so I complained and we got like a whole bunch of free shit, so. But we didn't go back for like a year and a half.
Why?
Just in case
I just think it's stupid to complain about shit.
Mm.
I just think if you're complaining about shit that's really really was it really bitch, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they hurt my feelings. Or like, oh, like I got a dish and it was like cold. Like, okay, like fuck you. Like that shit happens. Like, I just think that you're pathetic and have way too much time on your hands if you complain about shit like that. Like, I just do. Like, shit fucking happens.
No. I understand shit happens, but again, like I said, it was kind of a pricier restaurant, and it was. Just...
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also, like, if you have an issue with somebody, like, talk to somebody about it then. Don't, like, go home and be like, oh, my feelings are hurt. Like, I don't know. Like, that just, like, I don't know. Like, that's just me. Like, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, no. In general. Like, it's just so funny. Hang on.
I like it's bitching.
So funny to me. Like, oh, my feelings are hurt. Like, hey. You're fine. Like...
You're going to trigger some people.
Huh?
I said, don't you be triggering people.
Oh, your feelings hurt. Like, fuck off. Not you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying, like, in general still. Like, it's just so funny to me. Like, dude, like, fuck off. Like...
Hey, you want to hear a good joke?
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who was there?
My cock. What a splendid way to end this volume. Volume 41. Hit that middle age, and now we're talking about beating off when we were younger. Hooray! Masturbation.
It's like accurate to life.
Yeah. And I learned so many fascinating things today.
Don't say one of them.
Oh, I won't, but...
Don't even fucking do it.
The worst thing you could do is tell me that you don't like something. Because now I'll torture you. But I will make my torture strategic and make you think that I forgot about it. And then the next thing you know, 12 months later, when we're back here again next August, I'll say it.
I'll say it.
And then you'll be upset. You'll be like, fuck you, we're not making it to 2 years. Ow.
You good?
Yeah, I'm all right.
It is so hot. I don't have a fan in this room. That needs to change. Like, who doesn't have a fan in a room? Like, you put a fan in my kitchen, I can't have a fan in a second bedroom. Like, fuck you.
Well, maybe that's more of like an office.
There should be a fucking fan. Like,
I don't have a fan here in my office.
A lot of people use this as like a second room. I've seen grown adults use this as like a fucking room. Like, there ain't no damn fan in here.
Ain't no goddamn fan. But you know where you can be a fan at? You could be a fan at Mr. Chris Steele on Twitter. That's MrKrisSteel. A follow from you makes you a fan, and then I'll follow you back, and I'll be a fan of yours. Great, where can people be a fan of you?
You can find me at creepqueen.com. Find all my shit at creepqueen.com. Find everything about me at creepqueen.com. Follow me on Twitter at creepxqueen.
And all that other fun stuff.
Yeah! Creepqueen.com. I have new merch coming out soon.
Ooh, some squirt juice.
And I'm about to redo my website, like, in a few days, if not tonight.
Get some new graphics.
I need somebody to, like, fan me and feed me grapes. Also, I wasn't actually being rude to you at any point in this whole episode.
I know that.
I have to say that sometimes because I have like a really bad like
Well,
like,
I'm sorry to cut you
conscious.
off, but Creep, thank you for listening, thank you for rating, reviewing, and thank you for being a friend.
Hello, I am your announcer, Bethany. Please remember to rate and review 5 stars on iTunes. Rating and reviewing helps out the show. Thanks for listening to the Double Penetration Podcast with your hosts, Creep and Steel on Demon Seed Radio Network.
With big cock.
Right.